Hi there, Anthony Joynes here, RSPCA Inspector based on the Wirral. Been an RSPCA Inspector for 11 years. Working now during these, scary, unsettling, unprecedented times, and we're classed as key workers, so we're still out and about. We are attending to emergencies only, really. At the minute, we are doing our best to make sure that we are there for the animals who need us most at this time. First job today is one that does seem to be becoming more frequent. It's one that I've dealt with on three occasions in the last week, and that's people going into hospital and having no one to care for their pets whilst they're in hospital through no fault of their own, obviously. So obviously we always advise to try and make a contingency plan, get a backup plan in case you do have to go into hospital, so someone can care for your dog either in your property or in theirs, which will make the whole scenario much less stressful for the dog, and obviously will limit the use of resources that could be used somewhere else. However, in this circumstance, there was a third party looking after the dog, and unfortunately they've had to now self-isolate due to symptoms. So this is where we step in. I've made some inquiries with social services, with the hospital. I've managed to locate a key, and I will go and collect the dog. And his name's Simba. He's a little male crossbreed, and I will take him to some kennels here on the Wirral who will look after him until until the owners have made a full recovery and are able to reunite. So that just gives them a little bit of peace of mind now that they can concentrate on themselves and get healthy, while Simba is having a bit of respite really in some kennels, and he'll be cared for. And they're doing a great job as well during this awful time. They're still staffing their kennels and making sure the dogs are fed and watered and socialised and walked, which is fantastic. So that's the first job today. A quick update: I've collected Simba now, and he is he's a little bit stressed. Bless him. He's said to be not great with new people, but quickly sorted that out with a few treats, and we've made friends, and I've put him in the van, and I'll drop him off at the kennels, and they'll get him settled in as quick as possible, and he'll spend some time there before the owners come out. But he's, as I say, a little bit stressed. It's not ideal. We'd prefer people to be able to have, a backup plan where the dog can be looked after even in its own home environment, or with somebody else, but that's not always possible. And obviously, particularly given these unprecedented times, like in this scenario where there was somebody able to look after the dog, and then all of a sudden that person's having to self-isolate, it just means that we become a last resort, and at least we are there as that safety net to make sure that these animals get the care that they need. So I'm quite proud of that. I'm quite happy that at least Simba will be somewhere safe, and have people around him, for the foreseeable until he can go home again.